Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics Rebirth. So I went down to Goog, picked up Worker 8, and we can check the scene for that. This is kind of a cheesy comedy scene here. Sorry, it wasn't Pisces, it was Aquarius. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Alright. He is very strong, in fact, in Rebirth. I did try using him in a random encounter, and he can definitely wreck whatever gets in his way. The mod creator said that he was roughly equivalent, or I wouldn't say roughly equivalent, but he was second in power to TD Sid. And yeah, that seems about right. His range attack is really strong. It does like 340 damage at this point, and it can hit at an enormous distance and ignores any kind of obstructions that are in the way of the shot. And has no charge time at all. I haven't used his melee attacks at all because I was on Zirkile Falls, and he wasn't actually able to close with any enemies there in order to use his melee attacks, but his ranged attack is very strong, I can say that. And there is a mission, I think it's up here, that we will eventually be doing. It's like a side quest that you have to use either Worker 8 or Reese for, and we will use Worker 8 there, so you'll get a chance to see what he can do at that point. But I don't want to use him too much because, you know, he's kind of OP, and I want to stick with the characters that we've actually been using. We do have an egg that is developing here. It's not quite ready to hatch yet, but yeah, I got rid of Boko because he kept on like crapping out, you know, terrible chocobos that were just wasting space in my roster, and I wanted to instead get some King Behemoths and some Uribos so I could poach them for stuff. So I got rid of him, and now it looks like we're going to either get an Uribo or a King Behemoth, which is good stuff. Good. So if we look over at Ramza, speaking of poaching, I did get a lot of poached items after that battle in the mines there in Golan. And one of the things I got was actually the Fumalhaut. So it's very powerful, attack power of 18, And so with Blaze Gun and the Fomalhaut, Ramza can do some pretty serious damage to, you know, one enemy at a time with his ranged attack. So that's really nice. I don't expect we're going to need any other guns for him until the end of the game, because Fomalhaut is the strongest gun in the game. And, you know, we could dual wield them, but since Ramza has a high faith, it seems reasonable to continue using an elemental gun. We might get another gun in the next mission, though, so we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, and then Rad, nothing new there. Oh, I did buy a bracer for him. Actually, I think I mentioned that in the last video, so yeah, no worries. Got the Katyusha on Alicia, and I got the Dragon Rod from that blue dragon that we poached in the mines. And it is pretty sick. It has attack power of 10, but more importantly, it it casts Bahamut on hit. So you could just walk up to somebody, beat them over the head, and then all of a sudden Bahamut. So in the long term, it might even be worth getting like I don't think it's actually worth it, but if you had the skill or if you picked it up from a crystal, it might be worth using a counter or Hamido with Dragon Rod. So if somebody tries to walk up to your summoner and hit them, you could just like Bahamut on their head and maybe kill a few of the enemies around them for free, no mana cost, no charge time. Anyway, it's a really good item. I'm glad we picked that up. And aside from that, I don't have anything equipped, but if we look over at our... oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, yeah, if we look here, we got the Scorpion Tail as well. I think we picked that up from those, like, red floataballs. Yeah, we poached one of those. Very powerful ninja weapon, and I don't think we'll ever be using it, but I thought I would buy it anyway just because it's cool. Yeah, I think that's about it for what we have going on here. Agris is a monk, and she will be a monk for a while because she has to get up to job level 4. I found that she's like extremely squishy as a monk. Like she just dies so fast. So I think I'm actually going to equip the black costume on her. Yeah. Because I don't like how much she's been dying in random encounters. That would mean removing it from Ramza, of course. Yeah, we don't need the MP, so... oh wait, yeah, Black Robe will increase his damage, so let's do that. And then, we will give the black costume to her. Because she just charges into battle and usually gets killed. I mean, I was playing last night, getting up here from Goog, and I was pretty tired and not really thinking all that straight, so that may have also been a reason why she was getting killed, as I was just making stupid moves. But nevertheless, I did find she was dying at a rather undesirable rate, and it was really interfering with her getting job points so she could move on to the next job. Anyway, Monk I don't think is a terrible job for her to have as we go forward into the Bed Desert. So this is a mission I vaguely remember. And I think I actually should have equipped fly on Rams, if I remember correctly, for how this level's laid out. Oh, yeah, maybe, maybe not. So we probably could just end this, like, straight up off the bat, by taking all these guys, by taking, Bulk out. So Bulk, actually does have dual-wielding blaze guns, using 2 swords, so that's a new thing they added in the, in Rebirth. Kinda cool. Maybe not so cool for us. Nothing else too interesting. So basically, if we can steal one of those blaze guns, that would be nice. There might be some cases where it'd be useful, but otherwise I'm not really too concerned with what we get here. Let's see what we can do to... Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't worth stealing one of those guns, so just figured I'd end it right away. So much for him. I mean, yeah, it's like I could get a new blaze gun, but at the same time, it's the same element as I already have. And, you know, it will never really be better than the Fomal Hout. To have 2 of those instead of just the blaze gun. because of how it is so strong. So, suspicion of conspiracy, eh? I wonder who might have spread rumors of that suspicion, that conspiracy. Oh, the High Priest notified him personally, eh? Perhaps with a bit of information from Delita. So Delita and the High Priest plan has been set in motion. And, of course, we are all a part of Delita's plan in this. What we're going to do is go to Bethla Garrison and try to talk to Orlandu. So, that is it for that extremely short, video or episode. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. But otherwise, the next one should be up tomorrow.